indicted and facing prison now what? My name is Marc Blatstein. In 2006, I too was convicted of a felony and lost my medical license. To call this a life-altering experience is an understatement, and I know I relate to what all of you and what are going through. With work, I was able to get my license reinstated in full back in 2010. And so my takeaway to all of you or lesson is that prison is temporary. Eventually, you're going to go home. And so my goal in this series is to provide you with all the information you'll need to survive and navigate this process. Because knowledge, together with preparation, is going to help you build back the confidence you'll need as you begin to defend yourself. Since you've heard that the Department of Justice and FBI have been asking questions, their case against you is mostly complete and they have a 98% conviction rate. Delaying to act now really can be at your peril. And what's the first thing you need to do? You need legal representation. You need a federal criminal defense attorney who practices in federal court routinely. Doesn't have to be, it doesn't just have to be, he or she can also do state cases, but they have to have a familiarity with federal court because how a federal court runs and those rules are different than state courts. Also, hiring a legal team, you need more than just experience. You need them to show or provide to you a proven track record of successfully defending cases just like yours. And I'll add that it needs to be a good fit for you because if you're not comfortable with your team, you're probably not going to get the best outcome. And you want to have that comfort so that you can share your innermost thoughts and begin to develop your own personal narrative, which is your story or your autobiography. And the judge knows nothing about you, but other than the fact that the Department of Justice has released your story or autobiography, but they never asked you for a thank you. And that is your indictment. And it's probably not very flattering. So the choices that you're going to make today are going to help you and influence your tomorrow. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call and consider engaging my services at 240-888-7778. This is your life and your future. I've already been down the path, and I want to share with you what I believe is important as you move forward. Building your online reputation, it's going to take consistent work over time. There are companies that offer to do this, but the minute you or they stop adding content, the efforts can be reversed. So I also poured thousands, over tens of thousands maybe, into reputation building. And while I thought it was a great idea, over time, while the only way to change your reputation online is to put new credible content onto page one to help push off of page one the bad content. And, we're talking for me, I started with this company in 2009 or 10, and even we're in now 2024 in May, there still is some negative content for me on page one or two. No individual or company can guarantee you that this is going to work. It doesn't happen. There are no guarantees in life. I mean, I guess the guarantee is you die and pay taxes. But other than that, and Google has a very sophisticated algorithm where they don't share it, but how they emphasize highly rated content. So what can you do? You can first go on and purchase your own personal name as a domain name. And then as you add to, a cheap website, or you can go to Substack and do it there, you can begin to, over time, push down bad information online through putting in new content. But it has to be done daily or at least weekly. If you started a business and it's working and it's not related to your charge, this also is good. And that can also include information daily has your name in it, and it's good content. What type of content can you include? Well, you can start with what you're doing in prison. If in fact you've listened to other of my YouTubes and you've kept a journal or log of things that you're doing in prison to increase your personal growth and development, this becomes your release plan. In addition to writing it down manually, you can also type it out and send it home, where someone at home can enter it into your website as a blog or however you choose to do it, or on the Substack. Your CV or resume, very important to put there. Your autobiography, which is essentially your narrative. And before you start putting everything online, I would just review it with your counsel to make sure that you're not stepping on their defense of you. To engage my services, or should you have concerns and have your questions answered, give me a call today. My phone is 240-888-7778. This is both my cell and personal phone as I return and answer all calls. If I don't pick up, please leave a message. You can find all this information also for free on my website at pprsus.com. That's P as in Paul, P as in Paul, R as in Robert, S as in Sam, US.com, otherwise known as Physician Pre-Sentence Report Service. I'm grateful for you tuning in, and I hope you have a good day.